All right, ready to dive in. Today, we're looking at this blog post all about taking email marketing, to the next level using automation.
Hmm.
Really how to turn those passive subscribers into loyal, engaged customers.
Right.
And get this,
Yeah.
it starts off with a pretty crazy stat.
Good.
Personalized emails can drive 6 times higher transaction rates.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
That is big. It really highlights how much the marketing landscape has shifted.
Right.
Consumers today, they're so savvy, they can spot a generic email from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
To really stand out, we need to leverage personalization,
Mm-hmm.
but in a way that feels authentic.
Yeah.
Not just like some,
You're just throwing in their name.
yeah, lazy mail merge. Exactly.
Right. So beyond just ditching like dear customer,
Yeah.
how do we actually approach this whole personalization thing
Right.
in a way that actually works?
It's definitely more nuanced than just, like you said, dropping in someone's first name into the subject line. Think about it. When you get an email and it feels like it was made for you,
Yeah.
it just triggers this sense of recognition.
Yeah.
It tells you that the sender, they get you. They took the time to understand you.
Right. Like they actually.
Yeah, and that builds trust.
Yeah.
Segmentation is really key here.
Okay.
So instead of treating your whole subscriber list as just one big group,
Right.
divide it up
Okay.
into smaller groups, based on shared characteristic demographics, could be past purchases, or even just what they've engaged with on your site.
Okay. So we're talking about like tailoring the entire email experience.
Absolutely.
Not just the greeting.
Exactly.
What are some other maybe less obvious but effective segmentation strategies?
Well, one approach is behavioral segmentation.
Yeah.
This goes beyond just like the surface level demographics.
Yeah.
It looks at how subscribers actually interact with your brand.
Mm-hmm.
For example, you could segment based on website activity.
Okay.
So who's browsing certain products,
Right.
downloading resources, or even just spending time on certain blog posts.
Yeah, so they're actually interested in it.
Exactly, yeah. And this allows you to send them really targeted emails that match their interests.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of website activity, this post also mentions leveraging tracking data to create those more personalized experiences. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So imagine this.
Okay.
Someone visits your website.
Yeah.
They're looking at a specific item, let's say a pair of running shoes,
Okay.
but then they leave without buying them.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time, right? But with the right automation platform,
Yeah.
you can send them an email
Oh,
that reminds them about those shoes.
sneaky.
A little bit sneaky, right? You could highlight customer reviews or maybe offer them a small discount.
Oh, okay.
It's all about just giving them a little nudge at the right time,
Yeah.
but in a way that's helpful, not pushy.
Right. So you're not just personalizing the content then.
Right.
You're personalizing the timing and like the context of the message based on what they're doing.
Exactly, yeah. It's like you're reading their minds a little bit.
Yeah, in a way.
But it's really important to use all this data ethically,
Right.
Yes. Responsibly.
Yeah.
You want the experience to feel helpful and personalized, not creepy,
Right.
and definitely not intrusive.
Yeah.
So transparency is key. Let people know how you're using their data
Yeah.
and give them a way to opt out if they want.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Now, beyond like segmentation and using tracking data,
Right.
the source also talks about crafting these things called email journeys. What are those exactly?
So think of an email journey as a sequence of messages, each one triggered by a specific action.
Okay.
The goal is to guide subscribers down a certain path,
Okay.
nurturing them towards some kind of outcome, whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a webinar, or just becoming more engaged with your brand.
Okay, so it's more than just like a welcome email when they subscribe. It's
Right.
like a whole series of automated touch points.
Exactly.
Okay, so what are some examples of different types of email journeys?
Okay, so one of the most common ones and really effective is abandoned cart recovery.
Okay.
So, you add stuff to your cart online, get distracted, close the tab.
Yeah.
This journey will automatically send a series of emails reminding you about those items.
Oh, okay.
Maybe offer you free shipping or a discount to get you to finish the purchase.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely fallen for that before.
It's a great way to recapture those almost lost sales.
Right. Very clever.
Yeah.
So what other types of journeys are there?
Another good one is the win back campaign.
Okay.
This one's designed to re-engage subscribers who haven't interacted in a while.
Right. They've gone quiet.
Yeah, exactly. They've gone quiet. So you might offer them an exclusive discount some personalized recommendations based on what they bought before,
Oh, okay.
or even just a friendly "we miss you" message.
Right.
It's just a way to remind them why they subscribed in the first place.
Yeah, reignite the spark.
Exactly.
So we're using these journeys to actively maintain relationships,
Yes.
even with people who might have kind of slipped off the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty clever. Any other examples we should know about?
Yeah, if you have a product or service that needs a little bit of hand-holding,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
an onboarding journey can be really helpful.
Okay.
This type of sequence delivers like valuable information and tutorials
Mm-hmm.
over time,
Okay.
helping those new subscribers really get the most out of what you offer.
Oh, okay. So you're like walking them through it.
Yeah, exactly. Think of it like a personalized welcome wagon,
Okay.
guiding them to success.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got abandoned cart, win back, onboarding.
Mm-hmm.
What other creative ways can we use these automated sequences?
Well, let's say someone makes their first purchase.
Okay.
You could use a post-purchase journey,
Okay.
not only thanking them for their business, but also introducing them to complementary products.
Oh, okay.
This can really increase customer lifetime value
Mm-hmm.
and build loyalty to the brand.
So it's like anticipating their needs
Mm-hmm.
before they even know they have them.
Exactly. Yeah.
What about strategies for working with existing customers?
Oh, absolutely. We often get so focused on getting new customers
Right.
that we forget about the ones we already have.
Yeah, for sure.
You could create a journey that sends them exclusive content,
Okay.
early access to sales, or even personalized birthday or anniversary messages.
Oh.
It's all about making them feel valued, which is really important for keeping them around.
Right. It's about building that long-term relationship.
Exactly.
Not just chasing the next transaction, but
Hmm.
crafting all these different email journeys sounds pretty complicated. Where do we even begin?
Well, the post actually gives a pretty clear roadmap for creating effective journeys.
Okay, good.
The first step is defining your goals.
Okay.
What do you want this journey to achieve?
All right.
Drive sales, increase website traffic, boost engagement, or just build brand awareness.
Okay, so we need to start with a clear goal in mind.
Right.
What's next?
Once you know your goal, it's time to map the customer journey.
Okay.
Visualize the steps a subscriber takes,
Mm-hmm.
from first becoming aware of your brand
Yeah.
to becoming a loyal customer.
Okay.
This will help you determine what should trigger each email in the journey.
Okay, so we're outlining the ideal path.
Exactly.
Identifying those milestones.
Yeah.
And of course, personalization is key here too, right?
Absolutely.
We want to tailor those offers and recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
No more generic blasts.
No more generic blasts.
Right. Each email should feel personal.
Exactly.
What about the content itself? Any tips for writing emails people actually want to open?
The key is to provide value. Don't just bombard people with sales pitches.
Right.
Give them content that educates, entertains, or solves a problem for them.
Okay.
Think blog posts, videos, infographics, quizzes,
Mm-hmm.
anything that gives them genuine value.
So we're being a resource,
Exactly.
not just someone trying to make a sale.
Right. Building trust and establishing expertise are so important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And finally, the post really emphasizes tracking and analyzing the results.
Yes.
Why is that so crucial, especially with automation?
Well, the great thing about automation is that you can see exactly which emails are performing well
Mm-hmm.
and which ones aren't.
Yeah.
You can track open rates, click-through rates, conversions, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
This data lets you refine those journeys,
Mm-hmm.
tweak the messaging,
Yeah.
constantly getting better results.
It's like a built-in feedback loop.
It is.
We can see what's working and adjust things.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
And this post doesn't stop there. It goes on to discuss even more advanced strategies.
Oh, so we're going beyond the basics. Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to save that for part 2, though.
Sounds good.
We've covered a lot of ground, but there's still so much more to explore.
Definitely. Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into marketing automation.
Okay.
Last time we looked at the basics like personalization and email journeys,
Right.
really laying the groundwork for engaging email experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another layer to this that I find really fascinating.
Okay.
Something this blog post kind of hints at.
You've piqued my interest. What's this next level all about?
It's the idea of using automation not just to sell, but to really connect with your subscribers,
Okay.
moving beyond just transactions
Mm-hmm.
to make people feel like they're part of something bigger.
Okay, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
We always talk about building relationships in marketing,
Right.
but how do we actually do that through automated emails?
Well, think about the brands you're most loyal to. chances are they've done more than just sell you something.
Right.
It made you feel seen, understood.
Yeah.
They might share behind-the-scenes stuff, advocate for causes you care about,
Right.
or just create content that really resonates with you.
You're right. The brands I stick with are the ones that make me feel like more than just a customer.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have a personality. They engage with me like a person.
Exactly. And that's something we can actually replicate through email,
Okay.
even with automation. Think about a welcome sequence that doesn't just focus on products,
Okay.
but introduces your brand story, your mission, what you stand for.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, invite them to be a part of it all.
Yeah, like you're inviting them in rather than just pushing products out.
Exactly.
What are some other ways to use automation for this kind of relationship building?
Instead of just sending out those promotional emails,
Right.
think about using automated surveys to gather feedback.
Oh, okay.
Really understand what your subscribers need.
Right. So you're actually listening.
Yeah, showing that you care about what they think.
Yeah, not just about their money.
Exactly. And think about small, personalized touches. Things like automated birthday messages.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It might seem simple,
Right.
but those little gestures go a long way.
It's putting those human moments back into the digital space.
Right.
Are there any strategies that combine this relationship building with the targeted tactics we talked about before?
Absolutely. Remember how we talked about segmentation and using website data?
Right.
Well, we can use that to deliver even more personalized content.
Okay.
Let's say someone's always opening emails about sustainable living. You can create a segment just for them
Okay.
and send them curated content about that.
So it's like a personalized content experience.
Yeah, like a personal shopper for information.
I like that. And the best part is we can do this at scale,
Right.
reaching tons of people.
Yeah, without having to manually write every email.
Right. That's the game changer.
That's the power of automation.
So it's not just about blasting out messages anymore.
No.
It's about building real connections and creating an experience that actually adds value to people's lives.
Exactly, and I think that's the future of email marketing. This blog post, while it focuses on the tactics,
Yeah.
it does hint at this bigger vision. It's about seeing the customer journey as an ongoing relationship.
Right. Not just a transaction.
Exactly.
This is a huge shift in thinking.
It is.
Instead of just converting subscribers into customers, we're trying to cultivate loyalty and advocacy.
Yeah, that extends way beyond that first purchase.
And when you think about it like that,
Right.
it changes everything.
It does.
You focus on providing value, building trust, creating a positive experience.
Yeah,
I can see how that would be beneficial in the long run,
absolutely.
but it also requires a different way of thinking about our strategy.
It does. It's not just sending emails anymore.
Yeah.
It's crafting experiences.
Right. And choosing the right platform is crucial for that. This post, well, it's subtly promoting Builderall.
Yeah, does make a good point. Not all platforms are the same.
Right. We touched on that before with the advanced features and stuff.
Yeah.
But what else should we consider when picking a platform?
Well, ease of use is really important.
Okay.
You don't want to struggle with a complicated system.
Right. Yeah.
Look for something intuitive and easy to learn, even if you're not super techy.
Okay, so what other features are important for this relationship-driven approach?
You definitely need strong segmentation capabilities.
Okay.
Being able to divide your list into meaningful groups.
Right.
So you can deliver that targeted content.
Yeah. Okay, what about tracking and analytics?
That's crucial too. You need a platform that gives you detailed insights into how your emails are performing.
Okay.
Open rates, click-throughs, conversions, all those metrics are important.
So we can keep improving our campaigns.
Exactly.
Make sure our messages are hitting the mark.
Yeah, and don't forget about integrations.
Okay.
Your platform should work with other tools you're using.
Right, like our CRM and stuff.
Yeah, things like your CRM, social media, website analytics.
So everything works together.
Right. You don't want to operate in silos.
Okay, what about pricing? There are so many options out there.
That's true. Pricing can vary a lot.
Yeah.
Depending on the features, how many subscribers you have, and the level of support you need.
Right.
Choose a platform that fits your budget,
Okay.
but doesn't skimp on those essential features.
Right, so it's about finding that balance
Exactly.
between functionality and affordability. It's worth doing your research,
That's the fun.
comparing different platforms, maybe even trying out some free trials.
Absolutely.
Choosing the right platform is such an important step.
It is.
Now, we've talked a lot about the how of automation,
Right.
but I'm curious about the why behind this shift towards relationships.
I think it reflects how consumers are changing.
Okay.
People are overwhelmed with marketing messages.
Yeah, for sure.
They're smarter, more selective, and generic sales pitches just don't work anymore.
Right.
You want authenticity, connection, real value.
So it's not just a trend, it's a fundamental shift
It is.
in how people interact with brands.
Exactly. And email marketing, when done right, can be a really powerful tool for building those connections.
Yeah, okay.
It lets you communicate directly with your audience,
Right.
share your story, build relationships that go beyond just buying and selling.
This has been really eye-opening.
Yeah.
I have a whole new perspective on email marketing
That's great.
and the power of automation to create something special.
Me too. It's exciting to think about the possibilities when we move past that old batch and blast approach
Yeah.
and embrace this more human-centered strategy.
This deep dive has been so valuable.
Cool.
Is there anything else in the blog post we should mention?
There's one final point I want to touch on.
Okay.
It's about the ethics of using automation.
Right.
It's a powerful tool, but we need to use it responsibly and transparently.
That's a really important point.
It is.
We can't just collect data and send targeted messages without considering privacy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Transparency is key. Be upfront with your subscribers
Yeah.
about how you're using their data.
Okay.
Give them the option to opt out
Right.
if they don't want to be tracked.
So we're not just using automation for our goals.
No.
We're using it in a way that respects people
Yeah.
and builds trust.
Exactly. And ultimately, that's what leads to long-term success. When you approach email marketing with integrity
Right.
and a genuine desire to create value,
Yeah.
you'll attract the right people.
Okay.
People who want to be a part of your community.
This has been really inspiring. I feel like I have a new sense of purpose,
That's a great.
a deeper understanding of the potential of email marketing. It's not just about selling products.
No.
It's about building those connections that benefit everyone.
Me too. It's been a great exploration
Yeah.
of how to use technology to create something really meaningful.
Okay, well, we've got one more segment to go.
Okay.
Stay tuned for part 3,
All right.
where we'll wrap things up and explore some final thought-provoking questions. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been through a lot.
Yes.
Personalization, email journeys, even the philosophy behind it all.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I'm really curious about those thought-provoking questions you mentioned.
Well, it all comes back to that idea we touched on earlier.
Okay.
Using automation to create connections that go beyond just our businesses.
Right, like ripple outward.
Yeah, exactly. Impact the world.
Okay, that's a big concept.
It is.
So if we're using automation to build those genuine relationships, could those positive interactions extend beyond just our brands?
Absolutely. Imagine a world where businesses are focused on connections,
Okay.
not just profits, prioritizing trust and loyalty
Yeah.
that goes beyond just buying and selling.
It's like a whole new way of looking at things.
It is a more human-centered approach.
Right. Instead of just chasing the bottom line, we're actually putting people first.
Exactly. And if we can use automation to do this,
Yeah.
make those connections last, imagine the impact it could have.
On the world.
Yeah,
That's a pretty powerful vision.
it is.
It makes you think about technology differently.
Right. Not as something that makes us less connected, but as a way to amplify those connections.
But it all comes down to how we use it.
Yeah, we have the choice
Okay.
to use automation for impersonal messages
Right.
or for genuine, engaging experiences.
It's up to us.
It is.
It's a good reminder that we have a responsibility
Yeah.
to use this technology ethically
Absolutely.
and thoughtfully.
Be mindful of the impact it has on our interactions on the world.
By taking this relationship-driven approach, using automation to boost authenticity and connection,
Yeah,
we can create a better experience for everyone.
exactly. A more human-centered, fulfilling experience.
This has been so inspiring.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm walking away with a new sense of purpose, a better understanding of what email marketing can be,
Yeah.
a challenge to use these tools for good.
I agree. It's been a great exploration
Yeah.
of how to go beyond just selling
Right.
to create something truly meaningful.
Okay, well, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good.
We've covered so much ground,
We have.
from the basics of personalization to the bigger picture of human connection.
It's been a journey.
It has.
But before we go,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listeners with one last thought.
Okay.
If we embrace automation to build relationships, how might that change not just our businesses,
Right.
but our world?
That's a big question.
It is.
It challenges us to think differently.
Consider the impact of what we do.
Yeah.
To use these tools to create a better future.
I love that. So to our listeners,
Yeah.
explore that question.
Experiment. See what amazing connections you can build.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into marketing automation.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
And maybe even a little bit challenging.
Until next time, keep diving deep and keep connecting.